guys, I made garlic bread, pumpkins. I'm gonna use my electric mixing bowl for this, and I'm gonna add 1 cup of warm milk. I took it straight out of the fridge and into the microwave for 50 seconds. 2.5 teaspoons of yeast, or one of those little packages. I'm using the quick rise today, but truly it was just the first thing that I grabbed. The traditional dry active will work just as well. 1 tablespoon of sugar. Giving it a really good mix, and gonna let it sit on the counter for about 5 minutes. Now that our yeast is all activated, it's nice and frothy. We're gonna go in with 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, about a teaspoon of salt. Because I'm making pumpkin buns, I'm gonna add just like a splash of orange dye. Totally optional, you do not need to add this, but I'm going to. Now I'm gonna go in and add about 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Throwing this into the electric mixer for about 5 minutes. Just before it went into the mixer, I added a teaspoon of garlic powder, also totally optional, but because we're gonna turn this into garlic bread, I thought it was needed. Greasing my bowl with a little bit of olive oil. I'm almost out. We're gonna put the dough in. We're gonna cover this and let it rest for about 1 hour. I actually made a first batch and I forgot to add the orange dye and the garlic, so I restarted with the dough that you guys saw, but I decided to make this one anyways, just into one big giant loaf. Look at how awesome it looks. I am going to brush this with egg wash and throw it in, and we'll see how this one looks as well when it comes out. Been an hour, and look at how orange it is. We're gonna divide this into 8. I weighed them and they're around 100 grams each. Now I'm gonna take each of my little pumpkins and roll them into balls. Just like that. Now I'm gonna continue with the rest. Now you can leave your little balls just like this, but we wanna turn them into some pumpkins, so we need some string. Now I'm gonna need 4 pieces of string for each one. I'm just gonna do 1 on camera. I put a little avocado oil on them just to prevent them from sticking. Now I'm just going to arrange them. So we've crossed it, and we're going to cross it again. Just like that, we're going to put our little balls inside, and now we're just going to tie it around. You don't want to tie it too tight because these are going to do a second rise, and this will create that pumpkin look. All our little pumpkins are tied up. They are so cute. We're gonna cover them and let them do a second rise for about 20 minutes or so. And I'm also gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And guys, the other one just came out of the oven. I'm gonna brush it with some of this dairy garlic spread. But first, we're obviously gonna remove all the string. It's still nice and warm, so this will melt beautifully. Doesn't that look so good? I think we should try it. Oh yeah. Look at that. Beautifully cooked. Thinking we're gonna need some more of that garlic butter on the inside. It's so good. Can these get any flipping cuter? So cute. We're gonna brush them with some egg wash. They rested for about 20 minutes. Into the oven, 350 degrees. They are so adorable. We're gonna brush them with some of this dairy garlic spread. Remove the strings first. I'm just using little celery pieces that I put in some brown dye as our stems. Besties, these are probably the cutest things I have ever made to date. These are gonna be paired tonight with a creamy chicken lasagna.